Welcome, fellow spiritual people, mediums, psychics, anybody, or soon to be, after you do this exercise. Hang around, because we're not just going to get you to actually communicate. I'm also going to do a demonstration at the end. So there's going to be a crystal, an egg, or a rock. Have a little tune in to think which one I'm going to do the demonstration with. But for now, we're going to get you talking to spirit in 10 minutes. Yes, in 10 minutes. I'm going to show you this way of doing it, this quick way through years of experience. And I went into a shop and this medium was shouting about, oh, I've been doing it 30 years. There's no way you can communicate. We are all mediums. We are all have the ability. It's all about getting into the connection. And that's what this exercise is going to do. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go and pick up my phone, because I'm going to read this out instead of turning into a walking zombie as just stares at the screen while giving information. Because sometimes when I start to connect, they start to work, which means I go into a zone effect. Okay then, get ready. Fasten your belts, fasten your seats. All you'll need is a crystal, a rock, an egg, something living to do this exercise. Right, I'm going to use my phone, so if I'm looking down, I'm not ignoring you. Okay, so we are all born to receive and guidance from soul, inner voice and universe. All are guided on their journey or spiritual path. So there's always, once you learn this, there's always signs around. And when you awaken to this, you start to see a whole different world out there. And it's all it is about tapping into the connection, which I'm going to teach you to do. And then you'll just find a whole world of signs and messages. And then you suddenly will realize that you've been receiving them the whole time. So like, for example, you might get to, a random thought to go and phone your friend. And then you speak to your friend and they say, oh, I was just thinking about you. This is how the soul works. This is how spirit works. They give you intuition and gut feelings to help you on your journey. And so there is always messages around. So we are built that way for our spiritual journey, or for our journey. We're always being guided. And it's only because we just don't recognize these things. It's only because we just don't understand these things that that's the difference between a medium and probably yourself, or a clairvoyant, or whoever, the way you get messages, is that basically mediums understand this process. So what we're going to do is we're going to really sort of like get you connected and get the mind, body and soul aligned, which is the key. And then we're going to use the objects to switch the brain off, so then allow the clear message to come through from spirit. Make it easier for spirit to communicate with you. So we're going to prepare the vessel first through a meditation, because the problem that we have is that emotions triggers the mind to butt in, and we don't want the mind to butt in. We want the mind to look for the connections and to help us on the journey, but we don't want it to butt in and stop us from connecting. And so this is why we do this visualization exercise. So if you want to connect and talk to spirit, go and get your crystal or a rock or an egg, whichever you feel drawn to, and let's start. Meditation, preparing the vessel, is so important. So get comfortable, make sure you have nothing to do, let everybody know around you that you're just going to do a quick meditation to get yourself right. Okay, so first of all, we've got to cleanse the vessel. So just breathe in and breathe out. And as you're breathing out, just imagine all this negativity, emotions and fears and doubts leaving the body, going into a pot at the side or into the stream, as you're just letting go of all the worries of the day. So breathe in and breathe out. And as you get lighter and lighter, you start to feel more and more connected. Get your mind to focus on bringing you peace. This is to help to switch off the mind from thinking of what you're doing or how you're doing it or if you're breathing right. So We've just asked the brain to bring peace. Then we need to cleanse the body in nature. So your favourite things, think of the favourite things. Maybe it is by the sea, or the sun, or the wind, or the trees. Feel the energies of these things flowing through your body and cleansing. It might be a big fire, like a log cabin, whatever the energy you feel, or a waterfall, if you're water-based or earth-based. So just imagine these energies coming through your head, throughout your body, going through your feet, deep into the ground as you connect once more to nature. And nature will balance your body with energy coming back through your head into your aura, which is around the body, and cleansing all your aura to make sure that you're not holding back any emotions or things that are holding on to you. Okay, brilliant. Then imagine unconditional love, or a moment in time when you felt the most love, pouring into your heart throughout your body, cleansing, clearing, opening you up to be able to connect. Right next to your heart is what we call the source, the energy that's in everything, in every object, in every person, everything living, trees, everything. There is this energy source in everything. And so when we connect to this energy source, we're able to expand this energy. So just imagine right next to your heart, this wonderful energy that makes you feel at peace, harmony, like you're living, enjoying life. Feel that expanding as the love goes into there and expands until it goes through the whole of your body, outside your body, into your aura, and then connected to all. As you now become oneness once more. You become one with your inner voice, one with the universe, one with spirit, and makes it easier for them to communicate. Okay then, so now all we need to do is pick up the object. Okay, so you've got your object ready. Good, brilliant. All right, so now we have to do the same with the object. So imagine the energy inside the object expanding outside. So if it's a crystal, imagine the energy in the crystal expanding outside the crystal and becoming one. Use all your senses to switch your brain off to make sure that your brain is going to know this object. So feel it, touch it. You don't need to taste it unless you like that. Feel it, touch it, hear it, see it. Start to merge with the crystal or the object or the egg or the rock. Start to feel as you're part of you, include it into your energy as you feel one with this object. Now the simple technique is just now to put the object in front of you. Once you've become part of that, once you've used all your senses, and then just open and close your eyes and relax. And just keep doing this until there's an outline under the image in your mind's eye, in your third eye above your forehead. So as you close your eyes, eventually, even if you just see an outline of the crystal, it means, or just a knowing that you can see that there's an image of the crystal or the item is there, the rock or the egg, and that will switch the brain off. Once the brain knows the object, it's free for you to connect. So then ask Spirit to come forward and ask them to do something to make the message grow, to do something with the object. So keep your eyes closed, see the crystal or the stone or the egg, and ask it to evolve. Now, you have to understand that it could be anything. There's so many different ways that we can receive messages. It might change colour, it might get bigger, it might get smaller, it might do nothing. You might feel something on your body. You might see it change into another picture. And this is the key. This is now Spirit giving you a different object to look at. But what you're trying to do now is, it's like a little story. You're building up this story until you know exactly what Spirit are saying to you. Okay, so make a note of each time the picture grows. Or even if it's like, for example, if you just saw a bike wheel home in on what it is that really stands out in the picture. So if it was just a wheel, it could be the message going around in circles. So this is how they work with you to bypass your emotional self to be able to give you a message. So let's get back. We've seen the image either grow or change colour, or we've seen a colour, and then what we do is whatever that is, we make a note of it, and then we ask the heart what it means, because the heart tells us our true self what it is. Okay, and then we make a note of it. Then we go back to the picture it's evolved into, and we ask the picture to grow, and then you get another message. And in my demonstration I'll show you how this works. And then you make a note of that, ask your heart what it means. You keep doing this until eventually you feel what the spirit is saying. By adding up all the little stories together, you get a big picture, or what we call the message. And that is what spirit is trying to pass on to you, is a message of guidance, a message of help, a message for somebody else. This is how it works. Okay, so once you've got that, ask your heart if that's the big picture, and you'll tend to find that you'll feel a euphoric sense, you'll feel alive, you feel connected as you've got the message. And that is all it is talking to spirit. Now, you might get a song in your head. That's another way. Or they might even talk to you in your own voice. That's another way. There's so many different ways that spirit can talk to you. And so it's very important to use all your senses and develop all your senses. And that's why I say, if anybody really wants to develop this, then get my pack, because I have all the different ways of connecting and speaking to spirit. Because even as a medium, it's not always about talking. A picture can paint 1,000 words. A feeling in your body can tell you what they're going through. So it's best to open all your senses. Okay, so look out for my demonstration now, as I'm going to show you how I do it, how it's worked. And the more you practice this, the more that it becomes easier. So keep trying those little demonstrations. Keep having a meditation and cleansing. Get yourself prepared so that you can actually receive the message. Okay, so demonstration time. Did you work out which one I chose? It's the egg. Okay, so basically just showed how it works. Okay, so I'm connecting with the egg. I'm using my senses: feel, touch, taste. Very nice. I'm only kidding. All right, as I become one with the egg, I've expanded the egg's energy, become one with the egg, and I ask for spirit to give me some information. Okay, so I open and close my eyes, and there I have the egg. Okay, so the first picture I got was cracked. The egg was cracked. So what does that mean to me? That it's cracked on the outside, but inside it was perfect. So my worry of not being perfect on the outside is a message from spirit. Okay, so I go back now to the egg being cracked and ask it to go, and then they show me a tree. Okay, and the tree is blossoming and it's perfect and it's deep rooted. So I ask my heart, what does the tree mean? The tree means that I basically have got to get reconnected to nature, to realize that I'm already perfect as I am, and that basically for me to grow I need to connect everything, the mind, the body and the spirit, is what they're telling me. Okay, little bit easy for me because obviously they talk to me as well. All right, okay, so I go back to the tree and they're showing me a car, which is very strange. Okay, so what does the car mean to me? This is how it comes in random. Okay, all right, so the car is driving really fast. Okay, and they're telling me to slow down. Everything happens at the right time. Everything happens for a reason. And so all I need to do is just enjoy the journey. All right, so let's look back. We've got the cracked. We've got the tree, which could be growing as well. So we've got the cracked, which is showing it on the outside. So this is part of the story. And they're telling me not to, just to bide my time, wait for the right moment. Okay, so then in the car, and then I see my nan. So sometimes you might get a picture of the person who's giving you the message. So this is obviously my nan, because she's also got a sign or a symbol for me. When I know she's around, she gives me a shake like she used to do on the earth. Okay. So she's showing me a beautiful picture, and she's showing me that everything is going to be like nature. It's balanced, cleansed, feeling good, and enjoying life. So that is the message. That all those things come together, and I just need to keep getting my mind, body, and spirit together, keep cleansing, and soon I will enjoy and celebrate seeing a beautiful sunset. So thank you, Nan, for coming through. Lovely loads, do miss you, and I will speak to you again.